Hello, I'm Sussy.
And I'm Amy Feldman.
Our pieces are about chocolate. We've been working really hard on college application essays and needed to do something fun and joy. Breaking up with chocolate. Dear chocolate, you are so exquisite and unforgettable. Mom says I'm too young to be in love, but who cares? I will always choose you, whether you're in a bar, hot and liquid accompanied by milk, or even with peanuts. But, yes, there's always a but, dear. You make my face look like a pizza. A yellow cheese, which is my skin, and the pepperoni, which are the horrible pimples you make pop on my face. They are so red and sometimes even hurt. Once, I was on the train on my ride back home. 3 days before, I had eaten a whole chocolate cake by myself. Definitely a yummy day. But I wanted to be discreet about it. Guess what? The proof was all over my face now. As soon as I got on the train, I sat in front of an overweight woman who couldn't stop looking at me. I'm not that pretty. Why is she staring? After 5 stops, I was already nervous, with shaking hands and even sweating. She's probably going to beat me up, I thought. I couldn't help it. With a trembling voice, I asked, Señora, ¿tiene usted algo que preguntarme? She sat up straighter and smiled. Sabes, querida, el chocolate no es para ti. Now, not only my pimples were red, my cheeks also. I was so embarrassed that I had to change cars at the next stop. Not only do you make my face look like a donut with sparkles, but you also leave that horrible smell. Yes, sorry, Choco, it is not the same you in my mouth as you in my nose. Not only do individuals look at me for the ugly red and 3D circles on my face, but also from the smell from my mouth. As they look at me, their eyes turn red from the stench and their noses move from side to side as if they were allergic to me. My lovely chocolate, no, don't you dare cry. It is already hard enough for me. But I had to leave you. So this is your ring, and I don't want you near me anymore. There's no we anymore. At least until next time, with our love, Sussy.
The language of chocolate. Is there a language in which there is no word for chocolate? Inuit has multiple words for snow, and Arabic has various words for different types of sandstorms, khamsin, harmatan, habub. If something is important, there must be a word for it. So I wonder, what if there was a language that had no word for chocolate? We would miss out on chocolate milk, chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, the comfort of hot chocolate in the winter, the decadence of homemade chocolate truffles, the memory of mom's chocolate chip coffee cake, the bakery deliciousness of Momofuku milk bars, chocolate cookies. Like most Americans, I like chocolate. Like most American women, I've drowned my sorrows in chocolate. I've eaten chocolate chip ice cream direct from the container while mourning a breakup, and I've brought chocolate-filled pastries to the office to get through a period of ugly layoffs. And of course, I've celebrated with chocolate, pairing it with port and champagne. But when I think of chocolate now, I remember that chocolate chip coffee cake, which I grew up eating for breakfast. It was a thing of beauty, 1970s style, made in a circular bundt cake pan, a concoction of butter and eggs, and more eggs, and chocolate chips. It had a topping of brown sugar and butter and chocolate chips, and it was best if you doubled that recipe and piled it on thick. Perhaps that's why at 17, I weighed 10 pounds more than today. I don't eat like that anymore. No one I know does. That was back before all those low-carb, gluten-free diets took hold in New York and San Francisco among folks I know, before people said, in all seriousness, that they were giving up sugar, before I gave up coffee. The appeal of that coffee cake would never have translated to a restaurant. It wasn't beautiful or trendy or of the moment. It wasn't vacuum-packed or freeze-dried or air-fried. It didn't require special kitchen utensils or implements. It wasn't plated, decorated, or macerated. Is there a word for this type of chocolate? If not, perhaps we need to invent one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay! We did it. We did it.